Welcome to Cage Minds. I'm Micah Frankel. Interviews are energized by W. Use the checkout code Cage Minds for 10% off. We get our hair done at Barber Gabe's Fades here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and you can pick up the merchandise at ziashirts.com. Now that we got the business handled, let's get to the good stuff. Right now, we are joined by BKFC Fight Night Hollywood headliner. He's the man. He is Howard H.D. Davis. Good to talk to you again, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, sir. How you doing? How you feeling? We sit a week out from fight night.
I'm feeling great, honestly. I can't feel any better than I feel. The preparation has been amazing. Camp has been amazing. Recovery, just everything has literally fallen in line. Like it's all God's plan. I give all the glory to God because without Him, none of this would be possible. Because just by how things are lining up and just the timing of everything, like the places I've been, the knowledge I've been given, just everything is just really like a full circle moment to this moment right now, to be honest.
You gave a lot of credit to God there. I wonder how much credit also goes to kind of trial and error. And you've been here in BKFC. You've been a professional now for a while. So I'm
Yeah.
guessing you start to get a rhythm into how you want your camp, your nutrition, everything to look like.
No, for sure. It's trials and tribulations with everything, with life, with boxing, everything. So I definitely learned how to eat better, gauge my weight, fighting at a different weight class, being stronger and just being able to just do more in the sense of working out in different ways. When I fight at 145, it's certain stuff I can't always do because if I add too much muscle, it's like then I end up burning muscle off, if that makes sense, because I don't have a lot of body fat. So it's very like counterproductive. So, but I learned how to lose weight better at 145 too now. But 55 is definitely a better fit for me because I can be the full HD, full 1080p. Like you gonna get everything widescreen, big screen TV, you know, real depth. It's not just yeah, I look like I'm good, but like sometimes I'm not feeling that way all the time, you know what I mean? At 145, so at 155 is definitely definitely my home right now and I feel comfortable at that weight.
It's hard to imagine that you could be any more shredded. You look at the Instagram story today, and at 155, when we're still a week out, you look shredded. It's hard to believe that you were able to get down and be even more shredded to 145. Like, how do you literally feel right now, a week out from the fight at 55, compared to how you felt a week out at 45?
I feel amazing, honestly. Like I said, I feel like me. When I'm at 45, it's a little more difficult because I gotta maintain a strict diet and can always consume so many fluids and certain stuff that'll just add weight. So I calorie count a lot at both weights, but not really so much at 155 because I can be 160 or 159, 158 because I don't really go past 160 or 165 and I do want to work out and I'm like right there at like 156, 157. So it's like it's nothing really to and the workout doesn't have to be intense, just have to like work out regular. But if I intensify the workout, I damn near be at 145, and that's without wearing a sweatsuit, long pants, long shirt, stuff like that. Like I noticed that to have a nutritionist, even though I don't have one, but just to be my own and really find out the science behind my body because everybody's body is different. That's what made me be able to make the weight at 45 and make the weight at 55 easy because it's not so much of you always working out so hard. It's about what you putting in your body. If you have a Ferrari, you're not going to put 87 rated gas in your Ferrari. You're going to put the premium stuff, and that's what you need to put in your body is the premium foods, the premium meats, pause, the premium greens, stuff like that. So I just really like broke it down to a science, but I definitely feel better at 55 than 45. 45 just a lower weight class and may not have all my full assets available to me when I want, like power and stuff like that all the time. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. That comes with dropping out to a lower weight class.
It's two in a row at 55, and it's two spectacular performances at 55. Real quick, you touched on that. Like, I'm sure you expected to make those kind of statements, but how do you feel those statements were received by the rest of the division and by the promotion, what you were able to do so far at 55?
I feel like it was received well, honestly, because at 155 I'm undefeated. I think now I think I'm 4-0, four knockouts, or 5-0, five knockouts. Either or, it's going to be that soon because March 27th is what I'm aiming for to do another show for you guys just like that. It may have went beyond people expectations because I fought James Brown, who was 3-0 or 4-0 with like a few knockouts and stoppages, but I always saw flaws in his game. I game plan. I watch people that's in my division, future opponents. I like to study, like to see certain stuff, and it's not always watching their fight. Just little like highlights and like I gotta watch a full fight to pick up tendencies and stuff I can exploit. So I knew it was gonna be I wouldn't say a so challenger fight, nothing to take away from him, but I felt like I was the better man in every category, whether it was footwork, defense, offense, speed, power. I feel like I had him beat at each one. But shout out to James Brown because he could have forced me to fall at 45, and who knows how that result would have been. I still feel like I could have beat him at 45, but maybe that's more to his strength than mine. You know what I mean? Because I'm a little bit more shredded than him. He's more lean. So him coming to 55, you got to give him kudos to that because a lot of people wouldn't fight me at 55. As I said, I'm undefeated all knockouts at 155.
Is 55 the home? I'm sure you're getting that question asked. You brought up 45. It's two in a row. You look good here. I don't know why
Yeah.
it wouldn't be.
Oh, it's definitely just hit up the home owner association and I put in my bid and it's looking like I'm gonna be staying here for a while. Definitely aiming for that belt from Franco whenever he gets back in the ring or whatever he's doing. But I feel like the person I'm fighting now is the real champ. He's undefeated at 155, just like me. He may not have as much knockouts, but he has experience. He's fought some good dudes. He has title defenses. He's the former pound for pound number one, former two-time weight division champion. So this isn't like some slouch dude that like I'm fighting. Like this is one of those guys that's, you know, highly respected in the game. So we don't take no easy routes. Like we want all the people that's good. Like you say, I just had two fights at 155. Sean Wilson was knocking dudes out 3-1. James Brown was knocking dudes out 4-0. And I'll have Luis Palomino in front of me 9-1. So combine those records and it's not much losses there, but it's a lot of wins. So it's not nobody that's really on the path that I'm on fighting these hard fights. So I feel like I should be respected more and maybe promoted more by the promotion sometimes. They do show me love, but I'm one of them guys that will go in and fight anybody, whether it's at 45, 55, or 65. You give me a name and, the price is right, let's do it. It's not about it's gonna be a tough fight. I don't know. Like, man, let's do it. I've been fighting my whole life. When I was a boy, I was fighting men. So I'm not scared of nobody that's in any division.
When you go to the rankings page on the BKFC website, you're still there at 45, you're there at 55. Do you see that and feel a sense of that respect that the people that vote, they're recognizing?
Yeah, I definitely feel respected in a sense. Sometimes I still feel slept on in a lot of ways because I haven't shown all my capabilities of what I have and how hard I train and stuff I work on. Sometimes the knockout happens so fast I don't get to like really show everything that HD is about and how much more devastating I can be because some people just don't last in there. And I understand it. I'm a fast striker. I hit hard. I'm technical. I don't get hit much. I definitely changed from the beginning stages of when I started bare knuckle. I used to get hit. I used to get cut. I got a fight that I got a loss to a person that's not on my level just because he cut my eye and I was outlanding him in the whole fight. But that happens, and there's all like we said, trials and tribulations. I learned from it. So I'm just honestly, I'm thankful for the fans. I'm thankful for whoever votes the committee and BKFC for giving me the opportunity to keep fighting and building up my name and my legacy in this sport.
Do you feel faster at 55? I almost feel like in
Yeah.
the fight versus James, I'm like, damn, that fueled up machine. It just seemed like you were hitting it on all gears, hitting those angles in like Sonic level speed.
Yeah, I definitely felt like Luffy in like fifth gear. Like I'm like, I was just really like fast. Like I feel like I'm faster at 45, but it's just the power and the snap at 55 may be different. So it may be faster. I'm not really sure, but I walk, like I said, I walk around at 55, like less than 60. So I'm so much more natural fighting at that weight, sparring at that weight. So it's not a big jump or change. 45, I don't walk around at 45 and spar at 45. So it may be a little different to, adjust to, but definitely at 55, the power is more so there. So if the power's there, they say speed brings power. So it kind of goes hand in hand. So you may be right, but I was just really locked in that fight. Like I've never been locked into any other fight, but I'm about to be more locked in this fight because of my opponent. But definitely, I felt really, really good, really, really fast. I can't give you a definite answer what's faster because I'm obviously like 10 pounds lighter at 45, so the hands are still moving. They always gonna move out naturally. As a young man, young boy, I always had fast hands. If I didn't hit hard, I always threw fast punches that people could barely see. Like in Florida, we slap box. So instead of fighting, you test your skills with your homeboys. You a slap box, so it'd be open, palm hitting. And I was always fast, man. I was always fast. So it just, it translated into fist being fast, and that's how it goes.
That there's so much more that you want to display, so much more that you have to offer in that ring. Does
Yeah.
Luis Palomino, a two-division champion, a guy that's been there and seen so many guys, are you preparing? I guess you got to be in the essence that he's going to bring some of these things down here. He's going to push you further than these last couple fights. Has to be your expectations.
100%. That's what I do this for. Like, it's one of the reasons, like, I like to be pushed. I like to be challenged. I'm not a person that wants to pick on the weak. I'm not a bully. I despise bullies. So the fact that I have a person in front of me that's recognized, respected, honored in such ways because he's been in there with some top level dudes, Austin Trout, Justin Gagey, and the list goes on. So for me to be in there with somebody like that and to be so confident in my ability and what I'm going to do come March 27th is, like I said, everything's just full circle. It's God's plan for me to even be here, for me to get this opportunity. I can't chuck it up to luck and give all myself the praise because it isn't just me. Like, it's times that I didn't know where I was going, what the route was, and like you just have to have faith. And even before I got so close to God, like it was just always something in me that I knew that I would be here one day. You know what I mean? So it's just believing in that, keep going, and now I'm here, and I'm just thankful for the opportunity, honestly, because it's hard to get in the ring with Luis Palomino or anybody that has a big name. Like, if you're not a name yourself and you don't bring anything to the fight, if it doesn't make sense, the promotion won't, set that fight up, or the person that, the that has the more name and stuff like that, maybe you won't accept it because they don't just want to fight anybody. You know what I mean? Give a person an opportunity to beat them, and it's like now they take all your. I mean, now in this world, we use it. We say like clout, take all your clout and stuff like that. So I just respect BKFC for making the fight and Luis Palomino for accepting it.
In that echelon, what did it mean to you to get to that level? Because we haven't seen Luis since he fought Austin. He's even taken a celebrity boxing match because it was a big name opportunity. So,
Yeah,
was there a moment where you're like, I've made it to a level when you get this contract?
kinda. I could say I kind of felt like I made it to that level, but it's so crazy that I keep saying the full circle moment thing is like it's never been disrespect between me and Palomino. It's always been respect. But as I was coming up, even before I fought Kai for the 145 title, I've always mentioned in my interviews that I love to fight Palomino. Like I said, I'm a person that challenges himself, and then like I want to see how I'm going to do against the best and feel like I can beat the best. So in several interviews through the years. I've literally like not called out, but they asked me a question, and like I just got on the podcast like, yeah, Luis Palomino, da, da, da. Like I said, it was never disrespect, but they asked me, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, I'll fight Palomino, and I was dead serious. And the fact that I spoke that into existence and that manifested to now, it's just amazing, man. It's just amazing.
Also, the way the fight has been publicized and hype, I'm sure that's got to be something like extra motivational to you when we're going Day versus Broward County. I don't know if people outside of Florida can get this. I've been down to Florida a couple times. I understand the rivalry. It's right there, county and
Yeah,
county.
yeah.
How does that feel for you for it being hyped up in that manner?
I think it's excellent from a promotional standpoint and just for the culture because it's Florida. You know, if you go to Florida, you're gonna hear about Miami, but if you really know, it's about Miami and Broward. That's the two most like dominant places in Florida. To me, other people may have different opinions, but if you're from anywhere else and you haven't heard about Fort Lauderdale or Broward County, like it's like you don't really know too much about Florida. Of course, Miami is the the center stone to a lot of people, but I'm from Broward County, so to me, that's the center stone. You know, Broward has his own way of doing things and our own swag, our own people we brought up and came out and blew up, and Miami has the same thing. So it's always been kind of like a distant cousin rivalry in a lot of different ways. So it's pretty dope. Like, cause I get to represent where I'm from, he get to represent where he's from. But I'm not sure if he's born and raised in Miami or Dade County. I think his nationality is like he's from Peru, or that's maybe just his parents. I'm not sure, but I'm born and raised in Broward County, Florida. I have different roots with my nationality, but I wasn't born nowhere else. I'm literally 30 years strong in Broward County, Florida, 9-5 foot, like to the death of me. Like people know me, like in this fighting game before it was official in the streets. I was fighting everybody. All the schools know about me, and it's not no brag or boast. It's just facts. You can look it up. I literally, I'm known for fighting. So to be here and be on the stage to fight, that's it's different. It's different.
I'd say Luis is an adopted son. Yeah, he was born somewhere else, but you know the Gaethje fight. He's been repping Florida. I think MMA Masters back then since that
Mm,
time. So you know what I mean?
okay.
He's a long-term transplant. But that night, Jorge Masvidal, you guys are having a face-off. It looks like there's a neighborhood party going on. Like, what are the feelings like in that atmosphere to get everything promotionally raised up that like that?
Mm. Just having Masvidal there in general is just big because he's a big name in Miami and what he's done for combat sports. Just having him introduce us and have us doing the face off and putting everything together with the promotion and the Miami people and then the Barber people coming out. It was dope because this is like our first time really doing this Miami versus Broward thing, Broward versus Miami thing. So it was pretty cool because it's somebody that has a name. It's somebody that's known. Like he can't go nowhere in Miami without somebody noticing him. Like that's street Jesus. That's game bread. So it's dope, bro. Like and that's my guy, and it's all love, and I respect him and everything he's done. So it was just a great feeling. We had an NFL player there. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I know his name like Njoku. He's played for I think he played for the Browns, the tight end. So it was people there, and like it was real dope. It was real dope to be honest.
What do you read into that moment from the face-off? You normally don't get a face-off with your opponent about 2 weeks out.
Yeah, that was a first. What I read is just both of us being ready, both of us preparing for the moment, and just tunnel vision. Like I know for myself, I can say I'm locked in. I know what I'm going to do, what I'm planning to do, what I'm working on, and he has his own way of doing his thing. So I'm ready for the match. I'm ready to be in that ring and they say knuckle up. That's all I can think about. I'm literally laying in the bed, man, twitching, jumping up, like throwing punches in my sleep because I'm just so like my muscle memory from just doing stuff constantly is just there. So I'm just ready to fight. That's one thing about it. I may be the main event. I may fight at a later time, and people may dream of that, and it's a blessing, truly. But I'm one of them guys. You ask anybody, I want to fight first. I want to get it over with. I done trained for months, gruesome training. Like, let's go. Like, I don't want to sit and really watch all my friends and see the outcomes of their fights because they may not always be good, and then that has like a mental drainage on you. So I just last time I don't think I seen any of my friends lose, but just hearing it, I just wanted to tune it out and be locked in on my fight and focus on my fight because those are my brothers. Those are people I'm in the trenches with. I'm training with every single day, and we fighting for the same things. Majority.
We saw you twice last year inside of the BKFC ring. You were really active though with the Team Combat League.
Mm.
How did you benefit from that experience, putting on the big gloves and getting that many different looks, having, I think it was like 5 fights with them?
Yeah, it was cool. It was all really like a learning experience. I did it for the experience. Wasn't too much going after anything else. Obviously, I wanted wins, but it was tough to come by fighting in other states against the states boxers that fight for the state and the judges being from the state. So it's a lot of wins I feel like should have went my way, but didn't. So I was just thankful that I was going against pros that was undefeated with knockouts, and I was hanging with them because I only got one professional boxing match with one knockout. I went against a dude who had like 12 professional fights with like 11, 10 knockouts. I went against another dude who was had another good record. I went against another kid that his dad was a professional boxer and he's an undefeated boxer. So I got all these different looks and I got to try out things. And it's the gloves aren't so big. Like we fight with professional gloves. Like every fight I had on I think 8 ounces. I think the only fight I had that was maybe 10 ounces was I think I came in last minute and fought a fight outside my weight class. I fought a fight at 160 and like I was under like a lot, but it was like I was already in training camp or something, so I just took the fight and it was good. It was good preparation for the James Brown fight because the dude I fought was a natural southpaw, and my game plan was to come out against James Brown in southpaw because he hasn't seen that before. And so when I did it in Team Combat League, and went against a natural southpaw who's sharper and stronger than James Brown was, it benefited me because it built my confidence. I can come out and be in southpaw against a natural southpaw and hold my own. So that's why when I did it with him, it translated very well. And when I switched, he didn't know what punch hit him. So it was a great learning experience, and that's exactly what I got from it.
I'm not sure how much you want to get into the full story, but you already mentioned it earlier. Even since a young age, you've been fighting growing men, and this kind of leads to what were the circumstances that led to happening?
Just being from Broward County, Florida is tough. Everything you want to get, you have to fight for it, and I'm pretty sure it's like that in a lot of places in life. But in Broward County, it's a little different. It's a lot of weird things going on and hate and crab in the bucket situations. So, you go through things and you get put in situations that just right in front of you and you is either going to make or break you. You're either going to stand up or you're going to cower. And I was never that. My mom always taught me, to don't let nobody bully you, don't let nobody hit you first and stuff like that. And my mom taught me how to fight because I didn't have my dad. So my mom fought when she was growing up, so that fighter had just always been in me. And even my dad, his situation when he passed away, and it was a situation he fought a dude, and dude ain't like the result, and came back and you know unfortunately took my dad away from me. So I've just really come from a mom and a dad that's been fighters. So I just never took no shit from nobody ever, starting from elementary all the way to now. Like I just had anger problems, and the way I got it off was fighting. So if a grown dude tried to press me because I got this chick or I dress nice, whatever, and whatever, we was gonna handle it how we was gonna handle it. I was never the type to pick up weapons, guns, stuff like that. Like I handle stuff with my fist. So that's what I do.
When did you know that you had a natural aptitude for fighting?
Just winning fights against people that was bigger than me, and just not ever caring about size and who this person was and the name. Like we gonna fight. Win, lose or draw, I'm gonna stand on what I believe in and who I am, and I believe in myself more than I believe that you can beat me. So we might as well just throw down.
You said that also recently kind of turned another path and you brought God more into your life. What was the turn of the corner to go in that direction?
Honestly, in 2023, when I had that championship fight with Kai, a lot of disturbing things was done to me by people that I believe had love for me and was for me, and stuff even done by his camp, and just people trying to assassinate my character and like defamation of character. There's a lot of like crimes that was committed against me, and I was at a breaking point that I needed to be saved. I needed to turn over my life because if I didn't, I wouldn't be having this conversation with you right now. Who knows where I would be or what would have happened. So God has always been near to me, and I've been far away from him, thinking that I was lucky all this time to make it this far just by getting slaps on the wrist or making it past this or not being in a place where my dad is or my friends are and stuff like that. But it wasn't luck. I literally been protected and blessed by God, and I had to see that for what it was. So I got baptized the beginning of 2024, and it opened my eyes and changed my life. It really was a turning point in how my soul moved and my intention with certain things, and just like my mindset. It really was like a breaking point to find out who I was and why I'm here and my purpose on this earth.
2023, first time I met Howard Davis, you could feel the anger, the it was the urge to want to be respected and to make it. And now the guy I'm talking to, we can hear the confidence of knowing that he's made it and a different man right here.
Appreciate that, my brother. Appreciate that.
Thursday night, first time BKFC is on a Thursday night, everybody. It's from their home away from home, Seminole Hard Rock. Can't wait for this one. Howard Davis is in the main event.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, my brother.
I appreciate you. Thank you for the time today, sir.
Already, you have a blessing.
You too.